All right. So in your 7th hour Google Classroom, so you're gonna want a Chromebook. If you don't have a Chromebook, make sure you borrow one. Make sure your phone's off and put away, Kenneth. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Then if you see, gentlemen, then if you see, right here, 920, it says Alex and Boom Learning, or you can go to the classwork tab, same thing, Alex and Boom Learning there. You're going to follow that Boom Learning link. You see you have 4 decks to complete, okay?
What are these all doing?
You should have them done by the end of the day.
End of the hour?
End of the hour. So we got to get busy. Gentlemen, if I see it bouncing again, it will be mine. I like bouncy balls, so I will take it. Oh, thank you. All right, so follow the Boom Learning link. Follow along with me and do this so that you have most of it done. Why can't you?
Because the internet's so slow, I feel like I'm at McDonald's. Why?
Okay, thanks.
Dude.
All right, so the first one you're looking for, once you sign in, it's probably on the bottom of your list. Why don't you have your Chromebook open? Come on. Let's go. Open your Chromebook.
Because the internet's being slow. For real. Hey, you want to No, I give it to you.
All right. So then you're looking for adding integers.
Not there yet.
So we're gonna click on the bottom one. It says adding integers.
You just want us to speak to it?
Adding integers with and without counters. All right. Here we go. Positives plus positives equals 4 positives. So for example, 3 positives plus 2 more positives equals a total of 5 positives. Easy card. You're done, right? When you add 2 positive numbers together, the sum will be.
Wait, will be positive? 2 negative.
Guys, try and stay with us here. Like being in the PBIS store is not staying with us here. Being and subtracting is not staying with us here.
Will that still be negative?
You're in subtracting, just so you know. Okay. So if you've done adding, you can move on. But if not, then you should be with us. Negatives plus negatives equals more negatives. For example, 3 negatives plus 2 more negatives equal a total of 5 negatives. So when you add 2 negatives together, the sum will be negative. If I have 3 negatives and 4 more negatives, guys, there's too much talking. I have a total of how many negatives?
Next one, negative 3 or 4.
Negative 4, right? They're giving us some nice pictures to follow. When you add a positive and a negative together, they add to 0. So you can think of a positive one as giving someone $1, and negative one is taking away $1. If you give and then take it away, there's nothing left. Easy card, right? Same thing here. When you add positive and negative integers together, some of them will add to 0, but some will be left over. So these pairs will add to 0, but you'll have 1 left over. How would I get 1 from 4 and 3?
Because you took out 3, so you still have 1 negative left.
Yes, so I would be subtracting, right? Yeah. I take 3 away. When my signs are different, I find the difference. Here, positive 2 or negative 2? 2 positives. 3 negatives. They're drawing you pictures. So if you need to draw a picture, you might have to draw a picture.
Oh, I'm on this one.
Here, what's left over? It said 7 positives. What would be left over here? Negative 5. 9 minus 4 is 5. And you had more negatives. So your answer is negative. All right. So they start to give you ones without pictures. You may use your notebook to draw pictures if you need to. Good. My signs are different, so I'm finding the difference. 6 minus 2 is 4. I have more positive, so it's positive 4. When I add negatives together, my sign is more negative, right? Negative 9. All right, you get the idea. Now, I want you to open another tab and go into subtracting integers. I'm going to go over a few of them, but you're going to have to go back to adding if you're not finished with it, right?
Oh, I don't even know. I didn't see that yet.
All right, it looks like this: subtracting positive and negative integers.
Wait, subtracting?
Subtracting.
Oh.
We're no longer subtracting. We're going to add the opposite. So let's say you have this subtraction problem. This means you start with 5 positives and need to take away 3 positives. Not hard to do, right? You have 2 positives left. Watch what happens if we add 3 negatives instead. The 3 negatives we added cancel out the 3 positives. So it's just like taking away those 3 positives, right? So adding the opposite has the same effect as subtracting. That's why we can keep, change. Subtracting is the same as adding the opposite. So 5 minus 3 is the same as 5 plus a negative 3. Here's another example. Negative 4 minus a negative 1. This means you start with 4 negatives and you take a negative away. This leaves you with 3 negatives. So negative 4 minus a negative 1 equals negative 3. Now, look what happens when we add the opposite. So we changed subtraction to addition and changed the negative 1 to a positive 1. We had to keep, change. Adding 1 positive cancels out 1 negative, just like taking away a negative. And again, we're left with 3 negatives. So adding the opposite has the same effect as subtracting. So negative 4 minus a negative 1 is equal to negative 4 plus a positive 1. Here we go. Are you ready? Keep, change. What did you start with? What is this? 2 negatives. So I'm dragging 2 negatives over here. What am I adding to the 2 negatives? 3 positives. So I'm pulling these 3 positives over here. And then I'm going to submit it. And then it's going to give me what I had, what I just made, and show me what's left. What do I have remaining?
1.
Oh,
that's 2.
So same thing here. I start with 1, and I'm adding 4 negatives to it. My signs are different, so I'm finding the difference. I'm going to be taking away 1 of these negatives to make it 0, and I'll be left with 3 negatives. So these match up. This positive 1 with 1 of the negatives, and I'm left with 3 negatives. I'm starting with 3 negatives, so I'm putting 3 negatives here. What am I adding to it? What is this? Negative. So I have 5 negatives. When I add negatives, I'm getting more negative, right? So what's my answer going to be? What's my total negatives?
It's 8.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 negative, or negative 8. So that's my answer here. Negative 3 minus 5 is equal to negative 8. Now you have to think through. Keep, change, change. So this is really 3. We keep the first sign, change, and this negative 2 changed to positive 2. But I don't need to write a plus in front of it.
Okay.
Okay? So 3 plus 2 is what? 5. That shouldn't be too bad. So we keep the first. So negative 7. Change, change. This becomes a positive 4. If you need to, you can draw it out like they did. These 4 turn to 0. We're left with these 3 negatives. See how these get crossed out, cross out, cross out, cross out? Right? Crossed out, crossed out, crossed out, crossed out. Negative 3 there. Negative 3. 7 minus 4 is 3. Our bigger number was negative, so our answer is going to be negative. Oh. What's 1 plus what? Is it just a 5 though? Negative 5. So what do I have left over?
I don't know.
Negative 4. We're going to keep change here. All right. So that's subtracting. You got to keep going with that. So now I'm going to open another tab. We're going to go through some order of operations. I think this is why.
Well, what's that? This one?
Order of operations. Go to your order of operation boom deck.
I think I remember that.
What do I need to do first here?
I'm not on that yet.
Yes. What is 4 times 5? Well, you're too busy talking, so I'm moving on without you.
Order of operation.
Good. Yeah. So 4 times 5 is 20. Then we have 8 plus that 20. So we have what? What are you doing? I'm trying to stall for y'all. This is 28, right? Open your...
Yeah, we are 2 different boxes. We're on 2 different boxes.
You might... This one might be in different order, so you might have to tab over to skip.
Tab.
So tab till you see this one.
Okay.
Arrow, not tab, sorry. Use your arrows.
How many do I have to skip? Oh, I already. Hold on.
There it is.
Yo, you got the easy one.
All right.
Oh, never mind, I got it. I'm there. I can't skip anymore. You want to what's up with? Then you do all of them. Now I find the one that you're on. Okay. Go back to the 8.
All right, what do I do first here?
Hold on, I'm not doing it. Mine are not working.
I'm I've got to do what's in my parentheses, right? So this is 11. Something minus 11. Is this 6 times 2?
No, it's 6 times 6.
Good. This is 2 factors of 6.
36. That's 42.
Not quite. 8 plus 36 is 44. 44 minus 11 is what?
33.
33. Then keep looking for it, guys. I'm not going to help you find each one. You can write it down on a piece of paper if it's easier for you. All right, let's clear. What do I do first?
Wait, I got it. Wait.
What do I do first?
Divide.
Divide. What's 20 divided by 2?
No, because 2 is the biggest one. So it'll be point something.
What?
20 divided by 2. Yeah, that's
20 divided by 2 is 10.
what? 15. That's
And this is 15.
last year's made us put 25.
Well, if it was 2 divided by 20, it would be different.
25.
Good. 25 here. Most of these are very straightforward. Guys, the extra noise needs to stop. What do I do first here? So this is 5 times 2? 5 times 5.
5 times 3 is 75. Yeah.
Think about quarters, right? 3 quarters would be 75 cents. So 75 minus 14. Very good. It is 61.
What one do you have to find out?
Okay. Find this one. This one's very straightforward because this is all on the same step. We multiply and divide from left to right. What's 40 divided by 2? 20 times 5. 100 divided by 4. That's it. What do I need to do first?
I gotta find it. That's the wrong one. I think I see. I got it. You're gonna divide 10 by 2.
Yep.
Plus 2.
No.
What? Oh, 5, 4, and it's 9.
Good. So be careful here. Make sure you're doing addition and subtraction from left to right. So 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9.
Oh, I gotta find out. Got it.
What do I need to do?
5.
Which is
10 minus 40 is 30.
so 34 plus 13.
I know this. That's, yeah, I told you.
Good. All right, so these aren't so bad, right? So let's look at. We can do this. We can do this one. This is the last one we're gonna do. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 factors of 2. So 4 times 4 is 16. What's 16 times 3? 48. What's 8 times 9?
72.
We're talking about days here. 3 days minus 2 days equals 1 day. Think about hours. 72 hours is 3 days. 48 hours is 2 days, so 24. Yep. All right. Leave that tab open. You have that to do. The last one we're going to go through is expressions.
Dude, I can't get this right. Oh, God.
Evaluating algebraic expressions. So don't get all afraid or freaked out by this. Remember, we're starting by rewriting the problem with parentheses. Right?
What is 3?
What do I need to put in here for the x? This -5 is going to go here.
It's 7 minus 5 negative 2.
Right here, I'm putting in the -1. Right here, it says x is equal to -5. All right, so you might want to find this one so that you're with us.
I know.
Guys, I'm trying to help you right now. All right. So we have to keep change. Quickly. What's -3 plus 1?
I give up on that one.
-2.
Oh.
What's here? We're subtracting integers again. Guys, this is why it's important that you have your subtracting integers down. Keep change. -3. Very good.
Oh.
All right. Guys, we're starting each of these the exact same way with parentheses. What does that fraction bar mean? What does our fraction bar mean? What does our fraction bar mean? What does our fraction bar mean? Divided by. It's not. So you might have different ones. Crazy. Taking a picture? Yeah.
Quickly, whoever has gold.
All right. So we've got to do division first. 5 divided by 5 is 1. What's 3 minus 1? 2. 3 minus 1 is 2.
What's the same? Now I'm on the same track. No, you're not. Don't lie, kid.
What does it mean when we have two letters next to each other?
It means something's being timed.
Excellent. It means something's being timed. So I've got -5 times 4. Uh-oh, we got to remember our multiplying integer rules. What is -5 times 4? -20. Good. 5 times 4 is 20, but our signs are different, so it's negative. -17. If you needed to draw this out, you could, right? Here. Same thing, but this is really straightforward. You're putting this in here. 5 minus 1 is what? What's 5 minus 1?
4.
4 plus 4 is 8.
Yeah, I love it.
When we have a number next to a letter, we're also going to multiply. We show that by putting parentheses here, right?
I get it.
Our M is 3 plus P. Oops, don't forget your signs. This is a negative too.
What is the B? What are the points to?
What is 6? I'm sorry, I just told you. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus negative 2 is what?
1, 5.
4. Alright, this is where we're going to leave off. Listen, you should have 5 topics and Alex done for the week. So if those aren't done, get those done. The other thing you have is what? These 4 boom decks. So get these done. They should have had a good start to them. We've had lots of time. All right. I'll be coming around to help you.